All right, hey guys, welcome to lesson number 4, and we are going to be getting the content for the article today, as well as talking about the lead magnet that I plan on using. So, one of the reasons that I said, I think in the very first lesson, that I was choosing this niche is because I have resources already available that I've created myself that I can legally give to you and allow you to use to replicate my success for yourself. So that's kind of where this part, where that fits into this case study, is talking about the content as well as the lead magnet. So if you may or may not know that actually that I wrote a book. It's been more than 2 years now, I think, called The Big Book of Internet Income Secrets. If you do want to just check it out, you can get a free digital copy of it right here, right on my homepage of my blog. It does sell on Amazon for $20, but inside that book there's just tons and tons of info about making money on the internet or earning an income on the internet, however you want to phrase it. So the best way and the easiest way for me to be able to help you is to allow you to use this book yourself, not only as a lead magnet, but also to be able to pull content out of it to use on your website. Like, I have not come up with the rights that I'm giving you yet. Like, I haven't listed them out yet. I will probably end up doing that tomorrow morning, but I am going to be giving you the rights to this book under certain conditions. So when I give you access to this, like I said, likely tomorrow morning, June 12th, I'll make sure that it's very understandable what you can do with this and what you can't do. Really, what I don't want you to do is to pretend like you are me and leave my name and everything attached to this book, or any kind of reference to me inside the book. Like, there's stuff in here, my brand, my name, like, not really brand, but my digital publishing company. So all of that is going to come out of here anyways. Like, I'm not, like I said a couple lessons ago, I'm not using any of my existing branding or, like, I don't have a big brand or a big name in the marketing space anyways. I don't spend a lot of time in this space, but I don't want that to make you feel like I'm cheating. Like, I'm like, oh, well, yeah, you can do it, but I can't do that because I don't have a book and all that. So that's kind of why I chose this, because I am the person who wrote literally every single word in this book. I did not outsource any of it. I can give you, if I wanted to, I could give you 100% complete full rights to it, and you can call it your own. And that's my goal. Problem is, I'm pretty sure that out of the 101 things in here, that some of them are from my own unique experiences, and I will likely have to remove those. So it will go from 101 jobless ways to, I don't even know what it'll be, but it'll still be a bunch. So for me, I'm going to use this as the lead magnet. I'm going to pull out like 11 of these items in this book to use for the article on my site. But I'm also going to remove the branding and everything else, so that you can't say that, like, I cheated. You already have a brand. I'm not going to include anything that links to that site that you saw, this one, where people could, like, go here and look at my, where I've been featured, and like, oh, you got instant authority, that's cheating. I don't want to cheat. I want this to be something that anybody can do. So I will be removing any kind of reference to, I think my website is in right here, so I'll be removing that for sure. What else? There's, obviously the dedication. I'll take that out before I give it to you. But like everything else is, I did write this book with the intention of being able to pull pieces out of it and use in a lot of different areas. So I tried not to put like a lot of personal stuff in here. It's mostly just how to do this stuff, which is like perfect for what we are doing. So don't make me regret giving you the rights to this. I know everybody that's in this is, y'all are good people, so I trust you to take it and use it the right way, and there's really not much you can do that would ever harm me. That's kind of my point, is to just protect myself. I don't want you taking this and using it and keeping my name on it and doing something, wrong or illegal, and then I get in trouble. So I'm just going to make sure that anything that's kind of, there shouldn't be much of anything, but if there is, I have to go back through this anyways. It's been a while. I'm going to remove those references and give you the final copy where you can get rights to use however you want. I'll even give you the design file. I paid somebody on 99 Designs about $1,300 to create this, and obviously I'll remove my name, and you can either put your own name in there, or you can just kind of leave it blank and just use it as is, whatever. So, what else? So yeah, so let's talk about the article itself. Let me close this, we're done there. Go back and edit this article page. So what I want to do is pull out, a handful of things here to use in an article. So what I did was kind of come up with an outline, basically. I went through the table of contents here and found 11 unusual ways to earn an income on the internet. I pulled 11 of them out. They're kind of unusual and maybe things that people might have never heard of or thought about before, as far as making money online. So I'm gonna use 11 of the 101 that are in that book, and then it's kind of an obvious transition to say, hey, if you like these, here's the full book, and whatever, mine will be 101. Yours will be whatever I end up taking out. Like I said, there will be a few for sure, but I'm not exactly sure. It'll be probably more than 90, but I can't make any promises till I go back through. And if anything, I'll just try and remove the personal references and just leave the whole 101. If I can do that, great. I just can't remember. It's been more than 2.5 years now since I wrote it. So I just made a quick outline, and then put the page numbers here so I can, quickly kind of scroll through here and just literally copy and paste when we make this article. So that's really what I'm going to be doing today in this lesson is getting the content, the article content in there and format it and look good. And then I will be adding the kind of the lead magnet stuff that we didn't do yesterday, as well as a banner ad. So let's get started. So I already have, this is the article title, which I can now use in a couple different places here. So one right there, and then I want this page title up here to be the article title. So we will leave it like that for right now. I'm just going to leave the date the same. I'm not sure yet what the reading time will be. I don't really have an intro, so to speak, in here. So I will, let's take a look here and see what we got for an intro. So kind of part of this case study is just looking at my process when I do this stuff, and this is exactly what I do. So let's kind of pause what we're talking about here and kind of think about a different niche altogether. Maybe weight loss. Let's say I want to enter a niche, do the same exact thing I'm doing in this case study, but something that I don't have any content for myself. What would I do? Almost every single time, my first go-to option is going to be to go search for what's called PLR content, private label rights content. I'm talking about good stuff though, not just like really cheap crap that you can buy for like $1. I'll go to like JV Zoo. There's typically some good packages there. PLR Mini Mart, Tiffany. I can't remember her last name off the top of my head, but Tiffany is a really, really good writer. She writes all of her own PLR, very good stuff. Those are kind of my go-to sources, because if I want to have the rights, I want to that content, I want to be able to do whatever I want with it. Email, reports, even if I want to sell it, I can sell it. So I'll go there because it's already done. And it doesn't matter if other people bought it and are using it, because I'm not ever going to try and get content that I can rank in, for Google. Ranking in Google and stuff is kind of like a secondary thing. If it happens, cool. If not, whatever. I don't really care. I'm not worried about duplicate content or anything like that. So what kind of reminded me of that is I go through the content and I pull pieces out and I organize them and put them in places, reorganize them basically, and put them in other places. So when I'm looking for an intro to this article, like I don't want to just not say anything and start with number one. I want to have a little bit of an intro right here. I go into the content. I'm like, okay, well, what can I just pull really quick and maybe make a few quick edits and have it sound good? So that's exactly what I'm doing right here. So I'm just going to copy this paragraph, and I'll make obviously a few changes. So this is not a book. Inside this, not really inside, but let's just do in. In this article, you'll discover more. You'll discover 11 unusual ways to earn an income on the internet is really what I want to say. You might be wondering why I chose to name it that and not 11 unusual ways to make money online or make money on the internet. I feel like the quote-unquote make money online and make money on the internet phrases kind of group you into that category that the ad networks really don't want to see. I'm going for more of a, if you've never heard of it, called a site called the Penny Hoarder. I think it's just thepennyhoarder.com. But they have like some really good pieces of content, but it's written for like the normal, not going to say normal, the everyday average person who truly just wants to make some money online. It's not for the internet marketer, it's not the spammy type stuff. It's real, actual ways to make money online. It has nothing to do with CPA marketing or buying solo ad. Like, these people don't know what any of that stuff is. So like this one right here, 53 creative ways to make some cash. No 9 to 5s allowed. Like, that's a really good title. That's exactly what I'm going after. Nowhere does it say, sneaky way to make money online. That will like lump you into that category, and I'm not, like, I try to be as far away from that crap as possible. So I wanted to share this with you anyways, I think a couple days ago, and I forgot. This is a really, really good site to model for a lot of different reasons. You can see this right here. I pretty much snagged that myself because I love that affiliate disclaimer. Okay. All right, so in this article, you discover 11 unusual ways to earn an income on the internet. I like to do very short paragraphs. Some will probably not appeal to you as much as others. That's totally fine. You don't need them all. In most cases, all you need is just one of these internet income secrets to be able to change your life forever. So let me do like a transition line here. dive in. All right. Now all I'm going to do is literally copy and paste. Copy and paste. Like, I'm going to have to reread some of this, so and just make edits accordingly. And, like, because it does say, in this book, you'll hear this, in this book, and, you know, like, you have to kind of read, even, like, when I go to PLR sites, I pull things and I reorganize it, and I have to just reword it a lot of times. In some cases, it just wouldn't make sense because it's referring to something from the chapter ago, you know, and people aren't going to understand what the heck they're reading if you're pulling pieces out and putting it on a blog for like an article. It's talking about last chapter we talked about, you know, they're going to be like, what are you talking about chapter? So you have to go back through it and make sure that it actually flows and makes sense to the person who just lands on this page cold. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to literally just copy and paste, but I'm going to have to reread it and make some edits, make sure it makes sense. The point is to give people value in advance so that they want to give up their name and email to get the book. Because if this was that good, if these 11 things are that good, 101 is even better, right? Or the other 90. Or what? Yeah, 90. So that's all I'm going to be doing here. So, number one, this is page 79, or thereabout, 79. So, I think the page numbers, though, are messed up in this copy. I can't remember. But I know it's pretty close. Oh, that's it right there. The other thing with these secrets is I deliberately, didn't fill the page with text. I deliberately split them up so that each one is a minimum of 2 pages. You can see this is the first page of Secret 32. And that's the second page, like barely even 3 paragraphs. Partially to make the book look bigger, because it is called the Big Book of Internet Income Secrets, and I didn't really want to write 100,000 words. You can see it's already approaching 35,000. But so what I'm saying is these are perfect to pull out and use for like articles, because there just isn't tons of text for each one. So you can see right there, the first 2 words, this book. So that's why I have to go back through and edit this. So in this too, so like the automatic word breaks for pages, I'm just going to have to go back through and edit this whole thing. So so I don't really think that there's any point of me like making this video 2 hours long while I do this. So let me just do a couple more so you can kind of get the idea that like literally all I'm doing. This is page 7. So that's exactly what I'm going to do for the remaining, all the way up till I get to 11. And then I will come back through these and obviously, fix this kind of stuff, add paragraphs, add paragraph breaks pretty much in the same places where I have them in the book. Make sure if there are any links like this that they actually are hyperlinked, because coming from a book, I couldn't, hyperlink them. So just copy, link, and make it open in a new window. So I didn't read it, but I wanted to show you like how I'm going to basically format it and fix up the if there's any kind of breaks or whatever. But I will have to go back and actually read it to make sure that it sounds good and doesn't refer to things that they're not going to have any idea what I'm talking about. So like these I would probably break up because they're just way too big paragraphs. So like this, what I can do is cut this and just make and hyperlink the actual name itself. Since this is a website, it'll be they can click it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this because what I want to do is move on to the lead magnet and that banner ad. I need to do that in this lesson. So I just wanted to kind of show you this is exactly what I'm doing for the article. Literally copying and pasting. It's rare that I ever write anything myself. I just, unless it's like to sell courses like this that you are personally going through, I will write the emails. Or obviously, like I said, this book, I wrote every single word, but that was, for something that I already know. If it's something I don't know, I'm not ever going to sit down and just write everything. And just like this, I don't want to sit down and write because I already written this whole thing before. I don't need to sit down and rewrite stuff. Be resourceful and use things you have available already. If you don't have it, then go find it. There's just tons and tons of really good PLR out there, and that's what I do in every other niche. I literally start there, and in most cases, I don't ever have to go any further than that. Some cases, I will have to go to textbroker.com, where I will pay somebody, $20 or something to write me a 1,000-word article. Because for me, to sit down and write a 1,000-word article in a niche I know nothing about means that I got to spend hours doing research and then actually writing. And man, I would pay $100 to have somebody do that instead of having to do all that other stuff myself. So, but yeah, that's what I was trying to say is that is the extent of me putting an article together. That's what I literally do is just I call it creating an article, not writing. I just puzzle piece it together. All right. So now we'll be connecting the form and setting up the email list and stuff tomorrow in tomorrow's lesson. So I want to get the content stuff out of the way today, make sure the site is pretty much wrapped up and finished, so that tomorrow, which is Saturday, we can get the email list set up, couple welcome email with the download link for the book, and maybe a couple follow-up emails in there. And then Sunday, start running ads. So, yep. So for the lead magnet stuff, let's see. What do I want to do first? Actually, what I'm going to do first is add a banner ad. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. We'll do the lead magnet first. Let me open up this. Again, the least amount of thinking possible, the better, because I've already spent days creating this page right here. Tons and tons of copy that I can already use. I don't need to rethink the offer or the call to action or what to say for the lead magnet. I've already spent a good amount of time thinking that through, so I can use that already. So like this right here, claim your free copy of Big Book of Internet Income Secrets and you'll discover 101 ways to make money online. I can just basically reuse that. So for this, what do we have here? Oh yeah, a box. Probably will do what? Claim your free copy. Maybe claim your free copy of. Claim your free copy of. Maybe we'll underline that. While I'm thinking of it too, I had really just one person email in and said that the quality of the videos was really bad and couldn't even see what I was typing. I know, like in this case, like this is going to be really, really small and hard to see, as well as like this text file. I know the font is really small. I'm trying not to spend a lot of time, typing and doing things. It's a very small font, so I apologize. Like, let me know if you cannot see this text right here. Then I need to figure out what the problem is, because this is currently, Loom says it's recording at 4K, because I have really super fast internet and a nice Retina monitor here, so there shouldn't be an issue with you being able to see things. So let me know if there is. Claim your free copy of we'll have to do some font resizing here in a second. I don't really know how small though I want to go. I think I'm gonna take off this. So what I'm doing right here is removing the uppercase. Like, it was all uppercase, but I want it to look a little bit different. And then I probably want to put an ellipsis here. All right, and then enter your name and email address and get free instant access to the digital version of $19.95 value. So that actually is a $19.95 value, because it does sell on Amazon for $19.95. So if you do choose to use this and choose to keep the title the same, you can keep that value in there, because it is truly for sale on Amazon for $19.95. So we'll take that down, and that's too small. Let's try a 17. All right, good. And now we got an image of the book. So I have a few different images of this book. I have no idea if it's going to look good here or not. If I have to change it, if I need to make it flat, we'll have to just figure it out as we go here. So that's the banner I made. Here's the book image I have. Let's see if it looks good in this spot. It's basically the same. It's this image right here. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. Thought maybe it would be too small or something, but no, it's good. So yeah, I will tomorrow, when I figure out the rules and the licensing and rights for this product and book, and I give you the graphics. I will try and recreate this same exact image without my name there. However, I figure out how to do it. I don't, could just like manually black it out, which probably wouldn't look much different than the actual cover. So that's probably the easiest way. All right, let's do the banner ad here. So you already saw the banner ad that I made. And again, do the same thing. Once I figure out the deals there, I'll try and get my name off of that. So what I want to happen when somebody clicks this is I want a pop-up box to open. I can't remember if this needs to be smaller or what. Yeah, it is changing. So 300 by, it's a 300 by 250 banner, 300 pixels wide by 250 tall. I made it twice as big though, so it's 600 by 500 for like retina purposes. Not quite sure why it looks so crappy, but color, yeah, I had no idea why. Not a big deal. It looks good enough. So again, if I want, when somebody clicks here, I want the pop-up box to open. So I'm going to go to, actually gotta do that in here. So when you click in here, you can see different options for the link, and open pop-up is the first one. So that's what I want for that. And now when you, to edit the pop-up, hover over pop-up, do show pop-up. So I already had a pop-up from the template that I use. So you will also have this pop-up in here. If you want to, you can go ahead and keep this like format and just rework the, change the image, change the title, that type of thing. I have I already had a pop-up created for another ClickFunnels funnel when I was planning on like running traffic and selling this book. I never ended up using it, but I already created the pop-up, and I think that the pop-up itself looks better than this one. So what I did is I went in there and I saved it. Remember how I showed you how you can save rows and sections in the last video or last lesson? I went in and saved the row. So go to my rows and right here. So I'm gonna just delete the row that's in there. I'm gonna go edit pop-up settings because what did I have? I had 2020. Okay, that's just an image. That's why I was trying to figure out what was going on. Okay, this text though is too big. It needs to be a little smaller. And I also need a first name field. So you can clone the email field and then click the settings, change it to first name, and change this to, oops, enter your first name here. Good to go there. And then make this font a little bit smaller here. Cool. Looks like there's, or wait, okay. It was because I was hovering over it. Looks pretty good there. So again, we will connect the opt-in boxes and everything tomorrow. I just wanted to have another place where people could potentially opt in. There is a way that you can make these, like this advertisement line and this image, scroll down the page as the person scrolls. You know how it like kind of sticks to the top as the article is moving. I will likely end up doing that, and I'll have to give you like the code to be able to make that work. It's a little technical, but it's not really like too difficult. But let's do save here. All right. So again, I'm going to be finishing this today. I don't really think it's necessary for you to watch that. Basically just copying and pasting. copying the article title or the section title, going back, copying the text out of there, and then going through and reading to make sure that it actually makes sense, and potentially changing it from 11 to 7 maybe, or if this ends up becoming too much text, or just going and cutting out some of the text in each one to make it a little bit smaller. It's not a big deal. Like, I'm okay with it being really long. It gives good value to people ahead of time, but like 7 would be just enough. Like 11, you don't need to do 11. But all right, so I'm going to. I think I just saved it, but get out of here because we need to add the banner to all 4 of these pages, as well as trigger the pop-up for that. And I should have, let me go back in here, because I should have like resaved that after I made those changes. This row now I can, because I made a couple changes and I don't want to edit those every single time, the next 4 pages. So I'm going to do free book pop-up 2. Save. Get out of there, and we will. It's not on the thank you page, obviously, so we'll go to contact us. Do have to edit that one line in the thank you page, though. Let's just do that before I forget. For the name of the lead magnet. Now we can finish this up. Pop up, show pop up, add a new row, saved rows here, and do that one, delete the old row. Pop-up, show pop-up, save. So this is kind of like the annoying part with ClickFunnels. Had I been like not having to build you a template or provide you with a template, I would have just like made one entire page first, got everything perfect, and then like copied that page to make my edits for whatever that page was, and then copy that page to make my edits for whatever that page was, instead of having to go back into each one of these things. But either way, it doesn't take like forever, but it is kind of a pain in the butt. Last page. Okay. Back in here so I can kind of show you, just go back over what we did today, what I'm doing tomorrow. Now that I'm seeing this, I want to change this, capitalize this part. There we go. Yeah, so get your content in for your article. Like I said, you're gonna get the rights to this book to a certain extent, depending on how many of the secrets I can keep in there and unedited. I'm going to remove all of my branding, basically whatever you want to consider to be my branding. I mean, from the inside of the book for people that get it, so that I'm not kind of cheating and using any of that stuff to my advantage. And you can literally copy my success. Just swap my name on this book with your name. Pull out however many things you think. Like I said, I would probably be a minimum of 7 myself, is what I would consider good enough for your article. And then get your lead magnet stuff in here like I did. Get the ad over here, and we'll be good to go for tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be setting up email list, connecting the form to Aweber is what I'm going to use as Aweber. And then get the welcome email that gives them a download link to the book, and then maybe add in another couple automated emails where we will talk about what we're actually going to be selling, like how we're going to make money. We're going to talk about products that we're going to promote to these people through email. So I will be back with you tomorrow.